Hi, everyone. Today, I wanted to share with you one of my favorite practices that I find really helps our ability of expanding out perspective. So, each and every one of us, we have different moments that grab our attention, right? Our mind will orient to something. Often, that something is some part in our perception, in our awareness, right? And that's what mindfulness is, right? We are, as John Kabat-Zinn reminds us, paying attention on purpose in the present moment, non-judgmentally. However, when we experience overwhelm, or if we have a history of trauma, or if we're feeling really stressed, then whatever we're attending to would often be overwhelming traumatic stimuli, meaning our mind is focusing on something that is keeping us in a loop, keeping us on a hamster wheel that honestly isn't serving us. It's actually creating a little bit more tension in our body, rumination in our mind, closure in our heart, and it has us feel disconnected from others. So I learned this in somatic experiencing training, and it's called an acronym, CYBAM. And CYBAM are known for our channels of perception, meaning instead of focusing in on one particular thing, we get to expand out our perspective and get curious of our different channels of perception. In general, these channels can often be thought of as dials on a radio, stations on a radio, right? Sometimes when you're listening to the radio, we do that anymore, maybe in the car. And let's say a station is really staticky, a channel is really staticky. Well, we can turn the dial, we can turn the channel to get a little bit more of a clearer picture. So CYBAM is an acronym for sensations, images, behavior, affect, or meaning. And so often when we're feeling really overwhelmed, let's just start with anxiety. I'm feeling really anxious about something. I have a presentation coming up, or I've been teaching at the university. And so a lot of students, it's like finals week, right? Okay, I got a lot of papers. I got a lot of things to do. Really, the anxiety builds. What happens when we think about anxiety? Often it makes us more anxious. So what could be curious of how we can build out our mindful toolbox, build out our mindfulness practice, what sensations in our body, or I'll ask this as you questions, if you were experiencing anxiety, where in your body are you experiencing anxiety? What sensations are present? Often a way to explore this is, are you aware of temperature? Do you feel hot or cold? Are you aware of any particular part of your body? Right? Is there any part that you're not really aware of? Right? It's a way of just inviting compassionate curiosity into this particular channel. And then images. Are there particular images or visualizations that come to mind when you are experiencing anxiety? Behavior. What's the first thing you want to do when you are feeling overwhelmed with anxiety? Affect. What other emotions are present when you're feeling anxious? What else are you feeling? Are you feeling afraid? Are you feeling overwhelmed? Are you feeling doubt? Right? How do you expand there? And then meaning. What meaning or messages or stories are you telling yourself? Or even what meaning connected to the past feels most present for you? And so when we are expanding out our channels of perception, it helps us gain a deeper understanding of all the different pieces that are actually going on in our body, in our mind, in our heart, and our spirit, in the sense of, are we feeling connected to ourselves? Are we feeling connected to others? Or are we feeling disconnected from ourselves, from others, from source? Right? From even our awareness of our breath, right? Spirit, I often think of as our breath as well. What's the quality of our breath like? And so these can be different opportunities to get curious of how to practice mindfulness in a way that helps us get a little bit more curious about what's going on inside. I hope today's practice of CYBAM and the cultivation of channels of perception and interoception, right? Learning about our internal landscape. I hope that serves you. What stands out to you most about this? And I look forward to hearing from you soon. Take care.